The apartment at the passers-by on the street. That would have been the ending scene. But looking at the film now, actually, as the result of this compromise, he actually feels this is a better ending for the film. So that would be the compromise that he made that he is actually proud of.
여기에 대해서 미아하고도 많은 토론을 했었는데요. 지금의 결과에 대해서 미아가 어떻게 생각하는지 한번 들어볼까요?
And about this last scene, he had a lot of conversations with Mia about it too. So, Mia, do you want to tell us your thoughts on the last scene?
Yeah, I remember there was like a long process of us still trying to figure out how it would end. And so it was up in the air for a little while. But I liked how considered it was, and I think it's really great how it mirrors the beginning back and everything comes full circle. But I think that was, something that Director Park found sort of through the editing and I don't know, a stroke of genius on the last week or something.
Okay, we have another question right here. The question is, basically for everyone on the stage, what did it feel like to create something so breathtaking that actually out-Hitchcocked? Hitchcock.
So how about if we start from your end, Michael Costa?
Well, this is everyone's fantasy. No one ever wants to hear from the producer, so here we are. It really did start with Director Park, who, in the very beginning when we had the script, no one really believed that he read Hollywood scripts. We thought it was a fantasy. So from the first call, just briefly I'll share, he said, what if she gets saddle shoes every year from her Uncle Charlie? And that's what started the whole process in his imagination, as you just saw. And then it became the chain letter, and you see this brilliant group of actors who kept stretching it further and further, and they're the ones you want to hear from, so here you are.
I mean, for me it was just a privilege. I sat down with Director Park, and obviously I knew Old Boy and I knew Thirst, and I was just very honoured that he wanted me to do the film with him. Because it's wonderful when you come in and the director has such a strong vision, and you go, oh, I can relax because I'm going to be able to show up. I've got to do all my character work, but ultimately he knows exactly what he wants. He was very, very good at communicating it. I mean, obviously we have a translator, and that was probably the biggest fear, was I going to be able to understand the nuances, because a lot of directing is nuances. And that kind of within the first day, that was gone. Because he's able to communicate very, very clearly, and he has such a vivid, strong imagination, and obviously is so well educated, and his film knowledge is extraordinary. So he makes you feel like he's got you by the hand, and it's all going to be fine. And that's a wonderful feeling as an actor, because you're able to then help colour in his palette.
I think it'd be remiss of me not to mention the fact that I'm probably the luckiest person standing on the stage, because a good friend of mine, who I spent quite a lot of time kissing, Colin Firth, couldn't actually do the film. So I had this process. It wasn't offered. It took actually an incredibly long time to get the role, which really hurt. You got to the point where like, just fucking tell me I haven't got it today, and I'll probably be happier. But then, so a couple of months went past, got it, and then, I didn't really have much more to add apart from it's just a joy. And I think went into thinking how fortunate we were to work with someone who I think you can see from what you've just seen, he's a bit of a genius, really, and it doesn't happen every day. And I think as an Englishman, you're not thinking you're going to get to work with a Korean master, at least outside of a dojo. So anyway, I'm talking like this. I'm going to pass it on.
Yeah, it's pretty, you know, I was like a huge fan of Director Park's films, and it's just always really thrilling, or it's been really thrilling to work with somebody who has like wholly his own vision, which is really rare in modern filmmaking. So it's a huge privilege.
예, 제가 히치콕에 비하면 모든 면에서 끝에도 못 따라가는 감독이지만 단 한 가지 면에서 더 나은 점이 있다면 그것은 배우들을 존경한다는 것입니다. 그 점은 저는 확신합니다.
You make a comparison with Hitchcock, but the way he sees himself in every respect, he feels himself doesn't really compare to the great master Hitchcock, not even an inch. But one thing he would like to think that he shares in common with Hitchcock is the tremendous amount of respect towards the actors.
서치라이트에서 일을 할 때 거기 중역이 자기들이 준비하는 영화 중에 히치콕이 사이코를 만드는 과정에 관한 것이 있다고 해서 와 그거 내가 하면 안 되냐고 막 시켜달라고 때렸었는데 여기 뭐 이미 감독이 정해져 있다고 해서 저한테 오지는 않았어요. 그건 정말 아쉬웠지만 그 영화를 보고 나서 더 아쉬워졌지만 이렇게 이 영화 스토커를 발표해서 이런 칭찬을 들으니까 보상받는 기분입니다.
So when he was working with the executives at Fox Searchlight, one of them told him that they were planning to do a film which was to do with how Hitchcock was preparing to make Psycho. And when he heard this news, he begged them to direct this film. But they told him they already had a director, so he felt quite sad. And having seen the great Fox Searchlight film Hitchcock, it made him even more sad that he didn't get to direct this film. But now, with your great remarks, he feels he's compensated. So thank you.
So the question is, basically, he loves the style of the film. He wondered how Director Park was able to convey his image or his vision for the film to the producers before it was made.
우선 뭐 저는 늘 한국에서 해온 것처럼 스토리보드를 처음부터 끝까지 만들었습니다. 그래서 그렇게 하는 것이 이제 그 말을 여러 번 하는 것보다 쉽게 이해시킬 수 있는 지름길입니다. 그리고 뭐 다른 감독들이 늘 다 하는 것처럼 그렇게 준비를 했는데 제가 특히 중요하게 생각한 것은 배우들과 미리 만나서 좀 긴 시간, 최대한 긴 시간 대화를 하는 것이었습니다. 그것은 그 비주얼, 뭐 사운드, 뭐 이런 문제들보다 훨씬 중요한 것이고요. 제 생각을 밝히고 배우들의 또 거기 의견이 어떤지 듣고 그걸 가지고 각본에 다시 반영하고 스토리보드에 반영하고 그 배우들과의 대화가 결국 시각 프로토타입이나 청각적인 여러 가지 기교를 이끌어내는 제일 밑바탕이 되는 것입니다.
As he does with all of his films, he created a storyboard of each and every scene and shot from the beginning to the end. So, as they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So this is how he communicated with the producers. And other than that, he imagines his process of explaining his vision was much the same with every other filmmaker out there. But what he really felt was important was to actually spend as much time as he can talking to the actors, and he thought this was more important in trying to explain how this film was going to be visualized, or what sort of a soundscape he was going to create. So communicating with the actors to find out what their thoughts were, listen to them, and trying to reflect this back into the script, back into the storyboards. This ultimately informs how the film is visualized, how the soundscape is created. So this is actually the foundation of all his visual style and all the soundscape of his film.
그래서 이 자리를 빌어서 저에게 대화할 시간을 많이 내준 스 배우들에게 고맙다는 인사를 하고 싶어요.
So he would like to take this opportunity to say a great big thank you to all of these wonderful actors who allowed so much time.
I became the color, I became the daughter in the sun when the feast was over.